Oh, we're not done with the Japan content, y'all. As always, we're gonna keep this pretty fish-centric and aqua-centric, so I'm only gonna show mostly the displays that I thought were really cool and stuff, and yeah. So, starting off in this aquarium, we're in Kyoto. They had a beautiful freshwater section really early on, and it was very like centralized. I'm assuming because I think most of the labels were in Japanese, so I couldn't really tell, and I wasn't really like trying to translate anything or read, but the vibe was that this was inspired by like the Kyoto River, I think. So a lot of the fish in the freshwater section are local to the area. So yeah, this was such a cool kind of massive paludarium that they had set up. Really pretty kind of river fish. I'm not really sure. There's some like gobies or loaches. Very unique species. A lot of like subtlety in some of them. Some of them have amazing pops of color. And yeah, they just had these lovely displays, a big wall, a living wall with ferns and all these things. The water sections weren't really planted as much, but what was cool in the water section were these giant lizards. Well, they're not lizards, I think they're amphibians actually. So yeah, they were really cool. I think, and let me double check this real quick. These are the giant Japanese salamanders, actually, and they are huge. Pretty cool display. I think I've seen these in every major aquarium that I visited while in Japan, and yeah, there's just like, as you can see, a pile of them just laying on top of each other. They're really chill, cute, and massive, honestly. And yeah, further down, they have another huge freshwater display, which was really impressive because I feel like anywhere you go, usually like in the US or like some other countries that I've been to at least, I don't really see a lot of like freshwater displays, not to mention this big. So this was very novel and striking. And yeah, they did an amazing job. This one was pretty unique in the sense that the whole face of it, as you were viewing it, was enclosed in glass or acrylic. So they had this like waterfall effect, like running down the top of the glass. As you can see, well, actually, no, that's the... I'm sure there's a better shot of it soon. Okay, but as you can see now, you see how like the glass above the water surface, there's like water dripping on it. So I thought that was really unique and cool. What I didn't really like about this display is it was sectioned off in 3. Now, I'm sure there might be a reason to that, but it genuinely just looks like all the fish are blocked off from going in either direction, which I didn't really understand because it looked like all these fish could live together, but I might be wrong. Maybe there's predatory fish that don't match together, or there's some other reason for this. But yeah, they had an amazing variety. They had these giant carp, they had catfish, they had loaches, they had these really pretty, I think they were a type of trout or salmon. Those ones, yeah, they're so pretty. And then yeah, that's some cool catfish species. Yeah, there was just so much to take in. They had a label here with all the species, which I'm pretty sure are local to the area, or at least Japan. So that was pretty neat. In terms of the aquascape, I also just generally liked it. there's again not really any plants or anything, but they did a great job because it's so naturalistic with the algae on the rocks and everything. I think it turned out really good. Yeah, so moving on, I guess, we're in the saltwater section. Now, this is, I think, one of their bigger displays, probably the biggest one in terms of fish or marine life. This was just like a massive, massive tank. It's got to be thousands of gallons worth of water. And yeah, I think once again, there's a lot of species that are found near Japan or in the waters surrounding Japan. So stingrays, pufferfish, you name it. This tank was crazy. Like, the amount of biodiversity was insane. They had some massive fish and really pretty ones too. But yeah, and then they have this really nice kind of central viewpoint. It's a cylindrical kind of vibe, or the glass is like bowed, and they have a nice seating area there. You get to just sit, chill, and just look at the fish. Which more do you want? So that was really, really cool. Okay, so over here was an insane jellyfish section, and then again, this is another common thing that I saw in these, major aquariums in Japan. They had a lot of emphasis around jellyfish, which was really cool. And yeah, there's these are like displays for I think their life cycles. So from when they're little babies up to developing into adults. They had this like cool lab section and everything. There was just a lot of cool jellyfish stuff to see, and then moving on to bigger jellyfish displays. Like I don't even know half these jellyfish names, but they were really cool. I mean, if any of you know anything about jellyfish, let me know. What stood out to you that I was able to record, and I don't know, what's your favorite jellyfish? My favorite, I think, is coming up soon. Definitely not this. These kind of freak me out. They look like they have entrails being dragged behind them, but I respect it. I think they're cool. I think these are my favorite though. I think they're so cute. I'm pretty sure I was stung by something of a similar kind of structure to this when I was a kid. So yeah, a bit traumatized by them, but at the same time, I mean, look at them. They're so cute. They're just like little portobello mushrooms just blobbing through the ocean. All right, so moving on, after all those jellies, we have another kind of saltwater section. I think this is more catered towards, what an aquarist would know, at least the reefers. So, I mean, obviously not this, because I don't know many people that keep these little garden eels, but yeah, garden eels are really cool. So that was one. And then they had a display of these fish. I don't remember what they're called. There's a label right there. I forgot. Maybe pipefish? Question mark. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. But yeah, this is our first traditional kind of reef tank. What I noticed with these reef tanks, they were a little overcrowded. But then again, I'm not really sure. They just looked a little crowded to me. I know that reef tanks can handle a fair bit of bioload, especially when, there's a nice healthy reef in it, but I'm not really sure. So I know, for example, Antheus here, they need quite a bit of space. I know this is at least, you know, big enough for them, but I don't know for that many fish. And yeah, anyway, you can let me know about that. And these are just some other little displays. I didn't spend too much time on them, but this is past that section we were just in. It's more like a little viewing panel. I didn't really like a lot of these tanks. They were just like basically tiny little tanks that just exhibited like a single species, but they were really, really small. So I know they're probably like over filtered, but even still, like, they look pretty cramped. Like these ones were okay, I guess, size wise, but a lot of the early ones and some of these are just like, I don't know, a gallon of water, half a gallon of water. But yeah, then again, I'm not really sure about most of these species and their care, so yeah, I'm not trying to go into that. But yeah, and that was pretty much it. So enjoy this dolphin. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.